Hey everyone, welcome back. It's me, the part-time economist, and in today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to customize the plots that you create, the box plots specifically that you make in the R programming language. Now, I do want to point out that this video is specifically talking about the plot itself, right? So we're going to change the background color, we're going to change the label colors, those kind of things. If you're specifically looking to change the box plot itself, right? Maybe you want to change how the outliers look. Maybe you want to change the color of the box plot itself. If you're looking for that, that is in a previous video. In today's video, we are working with the overall panel, the overall plot, right? So with that being said, let's go ahead and jump into the video. This is more than likely the final video in the Boxplot tutorial series, so I'm not going to go over the same thing we've talked about 5 different times. I'm going to assume that you already have a basic box plot that is set up and you're just wanting to customize it. Now, if this is completely foreign, if you have no idea how we got here, there is a previous video describing how to create a basic box plot, and I will leave a pinned comment that has a link to a blog post with sample codes that you can copy, you can paste, just to make it easier to follow along. Okay, perfect. So here is our basic box plot. Now, the way that we're going to do all of our customizations today is by using the plus sign, and then we're going to use the theme command. Now, the theme command is a beautiful, beautiful part of ggplot too, because it is so transferable. I made a previous video talking about scatter plot customizations. If you watched that video, if you know how to do the theme customizations from that video, this entire video is going to be a review, because everything that you learn in the theme command with one type of plot is going to transfer to other types of plots, right? So again, that's the beauty of ggplot 2, is that the customization options for all of these different plots, they transfer really well. But that being said, I know sometimes people, they want a specific tutorial for the specific type of plot that they're working with, and I am more than happy to do it. So, okay, let's go ahead. Enough of me talking. Let's jump in. Now, what you'll notice here is that when we say we want to customize the background, there are really 2 different backgrounds. We have a white background and gray, and each of these will have to be assigned separately. So this white background is this is the plot background. So we're going to go with plot.background. We're going to go with element_rect, and we're going to go with fill equals, and here we're just going to enter the name of a color, right? Let's suppose we want BLACK. What you'll notice, it's going to change that area. And as I said, we have to do the panel background separately. So the way that we're going to do that is go with panel.background. We're going to go with element_rect, and we're going to go with fill equals, and again, let's go with the black, BLACK. Okay, right, so that has customized the background for us. Now, obviously, there are some other problems, right? We can't see our box plots that well. We can't see any of the labels, right? Don't worry, we're going to get that taken care of. But I do want to show you a couple elements of what we're doing here. So essentially, we're doing, with this first command, we are saying, this is the aspect of the overall plot we want to change, right? Maybe it's the background, maybe it's the panel. This is telling R what to change. Then we're saying, what aspect of that element do you want to change? So when we think of a background, right, that is a rectangular area. It is a shape. So we're using element_rect, and then fill is saying, fill this entire area with a certain color. Now, I want to show you something different. If we were to do instead color equals, and let's just go with, let's go really wild. Let's go with hot pink, right? PINK. If we were to do that, it would change the outline, right? So fill is the entire area, and then color, you can think of that as a border, right? Okay, perfect. Now we need to go and we need to fix all of these things that we can't see. So let's go with axis.text, and we're going to go with the text on the x-axis. We're going to go with element And we're going to go with text this time because remember, we need to select the correct element that we're working with, right? There is no element underscore rectangle here. There is nothing to fill, right? We are working with pure text. So we're going to use element underscore text. And then again, there's no fill. We're just going to go with color. And let's go with hot blue. I wonder if that's even a thing, if that's even in here. Nope, it's not. We'll just go with blue then, B-L-U-E. Okay, so it changes that to blue for us. Now we're going to do the exact same thing to change the Y. So let's go with Control C, Control V. The only thing we need to change here is, again, you'll see how simple this is. We're going from axis text X to axis text Y. We're good to go there. Now we need to change the axis.title X. And again, we're going with element underscore text. We're going to go with color. We're going to go with BLUE. Okay. And again, we're going to do the exact same thing for the y-axis. So let's go here. Let's do Control C. Let's go with Control V. Let's run that. Oops, what did I do wrong here? That needs to be changed to Y. Okay, perfect. So now we've got both the axis labels and those axis indicators set to blue. Now, obviously, I am challenged artistically, right? I am not the greatest with color schemes. You can change these to whatever colors you want, right? So there we are. We're good to go. Okay, now a couple other things that we might want to change. Now, what you'll notice, we don't actually have a title in this video. Let's suppose that we did want to add a title. We're going to go with LABS. We're going to go with title, T-I-T-L-E, and we're just going to call it title to be simple. Okay, let's run that. And now what we're going to do is we're going to change that. We're going to go with plot.title. We're going to go with element underscore text, and we're going to go with color equals, and we're going to go with blue. Okay, perfect. So if you had a title, that's how you would change the color of it. Another thing I want to show you is that we can also change the position of the title. So HJust, H-J-U-S-T, is your horizontal justification. That's going to move it left or right. So 0 is all the way to the left, 1 is all the way to the right. I'm going to go with 0.5, and that is going to center my title. Okay, perfect. This is looking okay. But I want to change a couple more things. So the first thing you'll notice is that with these box plots, I can't really see the whiskers anymore because they are blending in with this black background. So I want to change that. This is one of the few things, and this is a good distinction. So everything that we are changing here, that applies to the big picture plot, the panel. If we want to change something in the box plot itself, again, this is something that we talked about. I think it was in video 2. So that video was all about changing the box plots. I'm not going to re-go over it here. But essentially, just so you can see what we're working with, we want to change the color here. So we're going to go with COLOR, and we're going to go with, let's go with orange. And that's going to change this so that we can see it a little bit better. Okay, so now we have all of these things now. Let's suppose for whatever reason we did not like these grid lines, right? We don't want these grid lines. They're kind of just getting in the way. We want more of a simplistic look. How do we remove those grid lines? What we would do for that, we would type panel.grid. We would go element underscore line and then color equals purple. Like I said, I am not the best with colors, right? So pick a color scheme that works well for you. In any case, that is how you do the most common panel and plot customization options. Like I said, if you are trying to customize the box plot itself, you're going to want to go back and watch tutorial 2 because that is where we talk about all of that. Just really quick because this is kind of bothering me a little bit. F-I-L-L. I want to go with fill equals O-R-A-N-G-E. Okay, perfect. That looks a lot better. I am happy with that. So I think that's a good place to close out the video. Like I said, I'm not an expert with all of this, but I hope you found this tutorial helpful. As always, thank you so much for watching. If you have any comments, feel free to leave them down below. I'll do my best to answer. If I can't, maybe someone else will help you out. So once again, thanks for watching. Have a super day.